All right, guys, it is Wednesday. Let's get right into our warm-up. 3 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio, and then get 2 rounds through the following sequence. We're warming up for deadlift, so we're gonna do our drinking bird. So this is a very short stagger stance, like toe of my right foot is lined up with heel of my left foot, okay? So not a long stance, and both my knees remain bent, right? So I don't want my back leg straight, and I don't want my front leg straight. I want them both soft. And now from this position, I'm pushing my hips back, pulling my chest away from the ground. I want to be able to look ahead of me the whole time, feel that stretch in the front hamstring, squeeze and stand tall. At the top, you can lock out those legs, but then take a step, bend those knees again, hips back, chest up, stretching out that front hammy, all right, with a soft knee, all right? 10 reps of a band row from the rig. We're gonna use a band for multiple things, so leave it on there. But about sternum height to start off with. Hands up or palms up, and I'm rowing towards my chest and pulling apart. All right. After I finish that, I'm going to get 5 reps of an air squat with the T-spine rotation in each direction at the bottom. So I'll start with my normal air squat, sit at the bottom, plant one hand hard on the ground, and then twist up with the other hand, and then switch. Plant the other hand hard on the ground and twist up with the opposite hand. All right. That's 1, and we're doing that for 5 reps. The next one, we're gonna shift the band downward until it's about knee height, right? So just slide it down the rig until it's at the knee height. And then we can do the first round with a PVC pipe, later rounds with a barbell if you want to. And this bench is out here about, say, 4 or 5 feet away from the rig, right? I'm gonna put the pipe through the band so that it's pulling towards the rig. And then I'm gonna step back so I've got a little bit of tension on the band, standing tall, and my calves are touching the bench, right? So from this position, I'm gonna do a set of deadlifts, right? The band is to encourage me to engage my lats and pull that pipe towards my body. The bench is to prevent me from sitting down and pushing my knees way forward, right? So the rules on this is the bar has to stay touching my legs, and my calves has to stay touching the bench. Right? So you can see in this bottom position of the deadlift, if I sit forward like this or put my butt down, I keep saying shins, my calves are not touching the bench. So I've got to elevate my hips and pull my calves back towards the bench in order to touch it, right? And I'm just doing deadlifts from that position, right? And at the end of this, you should feel good stretch and warm up in your hamstrings. You should feel good activation in the lats, right? And you should have a good feel for all those muscles being engaged, and then take that into your deadlifts as we go away from all of these setup pieces, okay? The deadlifts today go down to a single heavy rep. It is not a max out week, but instinctive training is always, if it's there, I say take it, right? If you have 2 reps at 95% and they just fly off the ground, then by all means, go for a 1 rep max. If you hit it on your first one and you feel like doing another one, get a bonus rep. Throw in a lot of flexibility at the end of this one to allow you to take advantage of the training that you've done. If today is the day, then go for it. If it's not, then just try to hit your percentages or get close to them and do the volume that's indicated on Sugar WOD, okay? Your superset is for the first 3 sets only, and it is a contralateral or crossbody dead bug hold. So it's an isometric dead bug position. And this one is one where I would say details matter, right? And I'll give you the coach's challenge in a second, but starting laying on the ground, I'm using my abs to pull my back, flatten my back to the ground without picking my head up off the ground. So I don't want to be curled up like this. I want the back of my head on the ground. My arms are up, and I'm gonna pick, say, like left arm and right leg, and I'll hold my left hand to my right leg while the other 2 are reaching out away from my body, right? I can't let my core position change. I'm just reaching that hand towards the toe. I'm feeling a lot of tension in my abs because my hamstrings are pulling against me, right? The coach's challenge version of this, and you're doing 20 seconds on each side. Coach's challenge version of this is with a medicine ball, and I'm trying to smash the medicine ball to my toe, right? So it makes it a little bit harder, a little bit more effort to hold that position. 20 seconds on each side is our superset, and we're doing it for the first 3 sets only. After that, we have a little accessory work, not on a clock, And there will be some time component to it, but the major feature is strict pull-ups to failure, all right? So you could use a band, you could use weight additional if you want to, but we're doing 4 sets to failure of strict pull-ups. So that means no kipping, and I wanna get full range of motion on my arms. So dead hang at the elbows straight, ears between the arms, and then pulling, chin over at the top, and then back down. I'm getting as many reps as I can get before failure. And I would say if like your sweet spot on this is gonna be like 8 reps. If you can do 20 reps, you could probably add some weight. If you can only get like 1 or 2 strict pull-ups, go ahead and do those strict pull-ups, but then add a band and get some more so you're in that 8-ish range for reps to failure. And then obviously you can always do this with bands. If you normally use bands in a warm workout for pull-ups, just continue using those bands and go do your pull-ups until you can no longer get your chin above the bar, and then just recognize that sometimes your grip fatigues before the pulling muscles in your lats and biceps do. So always obey whatever the weakest link is and don't push that to failure. I don't want you to push to grip failure. I want you to push to bicep and lat failure on this one, okay? So that is the first piece. After each set, I want you to get 1 minute of just jumping rope, right? So this could be double under practice. If you're still working on like tightening up your singles, it could be single under practice, right? But just jump rope for a minute. So we will have the clock running. That's the only timed component here. And the next one is a PVC extension single leg deadlift. So this is just a little balance and stretch drill, and it will help you cool down from your regular deadlifts. But 1 leg in the air, my palms are up with a loose grip on that PVC pipe. And as I kick my leg back, I'm trying to reach my arms out in front of me until my arms are in line with my leg at the back, and then retract everything back to that starting position. 4 reps on each side, and we're scoring your reps and your resistance level of strict pull-ups. So if you used a 10-pound dumbbell or kettlebell, or if you used a yellow band plus a black band, whatever you did for strict pull-ups, record that and the number of reps, okay? All right, that's it for this Wednesday. I'll see you guys on Thursday.